And there we go. What a day. Hi, everybody. We're Mike and Jennifer. I hope you all hear us okay. And what a crazy. How late were we? I think we were.
5 minutes.
No, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 7:04.
All right.
All right. We are home in our small house coming to you tonight. Now, we're not on Okaloosa Island. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. And that's where we are coming to you now from the Hanna Park here in Jacksonville, Florida. And we just arrived. And I got to say, this was hands down the worst drive in rain that we have ever done. Do you agree?
I agree.
I mean, we came across I-10 from Okaloosa Island, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and band after band of torrential. Bo sees another dog. Torrential rain from Tropical Storm Cristobal just was flooding out I-10. Lots of accidents, and we want to give just a real great shout out to the Florida State Highway Patrol and many of the county sheriff's departments. We drove about 350 miles to get here to Jacksonville. And these police officers just rushing to help people, pouring rain, standing out there, making sure people are safe. There were a number of accidents. They were responding to those. And I
think the most memorable accident was we're driving on a 3-lane road, and in the center lane, there was a small white car facing towards us, stopped with someone in it.
Yeah, with someone in, and it looked like
an accident
must
happened.
Must have had the accident, and then they kind of all just went around, and the car had spun all the way around, and it was crazy. So anyway, welcome. So many of you are here. I'm sorry we're a little late. First one of the day from Davis, Tandy, and Buster. When did you realize RVing was for you? I was probably 12, visiting my neighbors in their pop-up. Well, I guess for us, I never thought of RVing. I just thought of camping. So, we have done, I don't know, you too, I suppose, really, right? You've done tents, we've done trailers, we've done pop-ups and motorhomes. So, since we were married, we like doing this stuff. Since we started raising a family, and then for a bunch of years when we traveled a lot with work as journalists, we weren't doing any camping. We kind of longed for it as we would go to different places. But then I think, we really got into this lifestyle. We're 3/4 timers in 2012. So that's kind of when that all started. So what can I say except it's been fun. Nancy Ross, hey Mike from New York City. Efrain Cruz is in the Philippines, where Team Boondock originated. It's spelled Bundock here, which means mountain. Linda Ward, Robbinsville, North New Jersey, where I finally got an appointment to get my hair fixed after my
I have had my hair fixed 3 times. Of course, you wouldn't know it today. But,
yeah, Florida's pretty normal. It really is. It's very normal, and we've been greatly blessed by it all. I'd love to show you where we are. It looks like we're in a jungle.
We are in the middle of a tropical jungle, and I've already gotten 1 mosquito bite. I was out there for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
When you go hook us up with water and electricity,
I'm going to wear a jacket.
Your mosquito netting.
I better.
I mean, and we got a little creek right behind us. It looks like we are in the middle of the rainforest.
Yeah, well, it is.
And there are strange noises. I thought Bo would be more interested in the
tree frogs
and everything. Noises that are out there. Right now, he wants some water.
Yeah, he's going to give Bo some water. Here's Bo, if you want to see where we are. We are in the RV, and Bo's going to get a drink. And there's Jen hooking him up there. I can kind of maybe show you around a little bit. There's
be invisible for a minute.
There's the jungle. The little air, the sky you see back there. Best I could tell when I backed in here, that's the Atlantic Ocean. We have not investigated this park. We literally arrived and went on the air. Hey, Chris reminds everybody, when you have a question, type it all in caps. When you have a comment, type it all in caps. And then as we get everybody lined up here coming onto the program, we'll be able to know what's the question. We always like to spend the first few minutes just saying hello to everybody. Charlotte Walston, Corpus Christi, Texas, where it's unbearably hot and humid, and they look forward to their escape up to Colorado soon. Yeah, it was 86 degrees, and then it will rain, and then the rain comes. I can see that through our little porthole windows. Can you see there's some jungle out there?
It looks like the rainforest.
It does. It really does. And there's all these noises, the cicadas in the trees, and
I don't know what's on out there, but
who knows?
I think I'm
I
almost
got
afraid to
my
walk
new
out there.
T-shirt. This is our new Small House Big Yard T-shirt, but I don't know if I want to go in that
I
big yard.
expect gators and snakes and spiders.
I don't think we have any gators, but Van is heading to a state campground in the free state of Ohio from Michigan. Robin is checking in from Moscow, Pennsylvania. Ron says hello from upstate New York. Hope all is well with us. All right, C. B versus B plus driving and parking issues. Same thing for me. No difference. None. Zilch. We had B's for the past 5-6 RVs, and now for the last year and a half we've been in a B plus. Our new one will be a B plus. I can't tell a bit of difference, but I will say that this is quieter. This B plus, it drives easier. Now that might just be because it's that upgraded 2019 Sprinter chassis. It also has that drive-by-wire, which is really nice, and our new one will have the same thing. I can't tell the difference. It is a little bit bigger. We have the slide out. This will be the bed later on.
I was going to say, isn't it 10 inches, 5 inches on both sides?
Yeah.
So it is wider.
Yeah, it is wider.
But the length isn't any different. It
Yes.
could be.
I think, yeah, this is just under 25 feet. I can't tell any difference, honest to goodness, in driving it from the B. It's about 10 feet high. I don't know what was beeping there. I heard something beeping. But it's about 10 feet high, which is what our old one was. That's with the air conditioner. So I can't tell it. What I will tell you is you really do notice the extra room inside
this
the B+.
is huge in here.
I wouldn't say it's huge.
Well, the FX, no.
Compared to a B,
there is an incredible amount of room.
Yeah, this is the Unity FX from Leisure Travel Vans, and since I don't have everything wired
Everything's
up,
a mess.
this is we don't have a light on back there. That's the rear lounge. That's kind of like my normal office. There's the galley. Looks out over the campsite. See that? And actually, I'm doing this for a couple of friends of ours who I'll meet in a couple of weeks in Michigan, and they'll know who they are. They can see there's the galley, and behind us is the Murphy bed on that wall. And everybody's always asking us about these portholes. Now, we didn't order those; it just came this way, and we later learned.
And we love those.
We later learned from our friends at Leisure Travel Band that those portholes were kind of experimental. They wanted to see what they were like, and the company didn't like them. We love them because we always have fresh air. There's a window back behind each one of those that cranks open. And everybody who's had a FX says, "Oh, we want to have one installed."
And I like them because I can peek out. I want to see what's going on that side.
So we really do like that a lot. And I don't know if they'll do it for everybody or whatever, but that's good. Hey, hi to Phyllis. She's here to help with moderation and chase down stories and stuff for you when people ask us things. David is in the air flying from New Hampshire to California. Wouldn't miss an evening chat. Aww. Hey, David, thank you. Wherever you are up there, I hope you're having a good flight. That's what I like about in-flight Wi-Fi, right? Chris Colley, where did this awesome custom emoji come from? I don't know where that's from. Oh, she must be talking about it, Chris. All right, let me just kind of move on through here and see what else we got. I'm going to jump down to questions because a lot of you were on. We were a few minutes late coming. Jeff Burke has a question, and Jeff says, "Are you planning an ebook for California?" We are, Jeff, if we can ever get out there. If your state ever opens up, so it might be for not until
a couple years.
Not until probably after the election, right?
A couple years. The virus is going to be with us for a couple years.
What virus? Oh, there is a virus. We sure haven't been able to tell any signs of it in Florida for the last couple of months. But Yeah, we do. We've got actually a bunch of them macked up for California, Jeff. One on Northern California, one on Southern California, one on the national parks of California. We've got like 3 we want to do in California. We do have 3 that we just did on the state of Florida, and we've got them on Utah and on Michigan, on Yellowstone National Park. You can find them all at, there's a link. If you go to rvlifestyle.com, our travel blog. But we will have a bunch of them on California. But right now, your state is shut down pretty much, and you know what's going on.
Are you needy?
So I don't
think
know
we
when
have a needy elk hound.
well, he knows we're someplace, right?
Well, he's been
You want
riding
to
for
meet
a
Bo?
long
Everybody
time.
hasn't seen Bo for a while. Bo is very needy today, right,
He
Bo?
says we just stopped. He'd like to go outside and investigate. This is an interesting place.
We don't have the air conditioning on.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
And
You
it's
got your fur coat on.
yeah, he's got his big fur coat. Bo got a bath this week
Yeah.
in Florida. He's very nice and soft right
Yes.
now.
Good boy.
All right, Mike went camping, he says, in southern Illinois by Rend Lake. It was beautiful and it was open.
Good.
And I'm just kind of scrolling down here looking for those questions and comments. E squared, does your leisure travel van come with pontoons? Man, I'm telling you, it was something else out there. I've never been in, like I said at the top of the program, such torrential rain. But we're way east of where Cristobal is coming ashore. And these are bands of incredibly heavy rain. And there was a lot of flooding, particularly on I-10. We drove literally from the western end of Florida to the eastern end here. So, yeah, it was a tough ride.
It was tough.
And that was good. Edward Vargas at the southern tip of Bergen County, New Jersey, with another 30 days of shutdown. Casinos are opened. Yay! And more flights are out of Newark Airport. So good luck, Edward, getting out of there. Hi to Tracy Miller. She's in upstate New York. And let's see. Hi from Ohio with a question. I just read your guide on the UP. Are Michigan state parks dog friendly? Yes. And will black flies be a problem everywhere or mostly just around Munising? Thinking of going late July. Well, Marie, the black fly season is now, and it runs until about the second week of July. It seems to end about then. We always say if you want to avoid all of the flies, go after mid-July. And it's not every day. It depends on which way the wind is blowing. The flies are worse right around the Lake Superior shoreline from Munising to the Sault Ste. Marie. And I guess they even go.
And it can vary year from year. You just gotta.
And it's not every day. And if you look at our videos here on the black fly dance of the UP, you'll see what it's like. 4th of July is
always bad.
4th of July is usually always bad. So kind of look at that. And the drier it is, the better it is for black flies for some reason. But they are a part of it. We found them in the Adirondacks.
That way you always have insects. So if it's drier, you get black flies, and if it's wet, you get mosquitoes.
That's right.
There you go.
What are you going to do? But you should be better. It'll be on the downside when you get there. August is usually a good month. September's a great month. But June and early July can be tough. We will be up there a lot. We plan to spend some time in the UP.
I sure hope we can get up there. I want to go up to Copper Harbor.
Now, we're in Jacksonville. Jen's got an appointment tomorrow at the Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville. Everybody knows about the Mayo Clinic. But what most people don't realize is they're not that much more money, and your insurance, if it covers you at a hospital at home and stuff, it'll cover you at the Mayo. They're not that much money, but it's such awesome treatment. And they have places in Minnesota where I've gone a couple of times, and Jacksonville, Florida. They also have one in Arizona. So in our travels, we've kind of made that like our central repository for our health. And one of the things we like to do is get checkups every year. And Jennifer is going tomorrow and Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to probably do a story in Jacksonville. We'll find something to do here as well. But Bo is going to we didn't know what to do with Bo. He certainly doesn't need a checkup. He's going to Camp Bow Wow in Jacksonville for daycare for a couple of days. And then we'll bring him back with us
at night. Rather than leaving him with a rover, he's going to Camp Bow Wow.
Yeah. Helen, So excited for the two of you on your new Ford Wonder. I hope you'll do a video when you take possession. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
watching. Oh, you can count on that. Yes. And I think we're looking about the 24th or the 25th of the month when we'll actually get it. And we'll do several videos. There's a lot. I want to do one on the new chassis, and I want to compare that to the old. I want to, we always do how we outfit, what accessories we put on them. I've already got two things I want to do right before we even take possession. One of them, somebody asked last week about a product called Soft Start. Soft Start RV is the technical name. And what that does is it allows you to run your air conditioner off your 2,000 watt inverter by softening the start. You know, when you turn on your air conditioner, you hear the fan go on, right? And then shortly thereafter, you hear this big clunk, and then the compressor kicks on. Well, it's then that compressor that draws all the power, all the amperage out of the thing, and that's why you need to either run a generator or be hooked up to shore power. However, this soft start RV is a device that smooths that process out, and that means that we can actually start and run our AC from our two charged lithium batteries, our 2,000 watt inverter. That means for boondocking, for mooch docking, which we do a lot of at our kids' driveways, we don't have to run the generator, or we don't have to be hooked up to shore power. Or if we're mooch docking, we can use just a 20 amp shore power thing, and that will run the air conditioner. I have a big post that will be on the blog tomorrow, and if you are a subscriber of our newsletter, you can subscribe to the newsletter from rvlifestyle.com. You'll be able to get a quick link, click on it. It comes out first thing in the morning. But check that out. A big post on it tomorrow. We'll also be doing an interview in the podcast this week with electrical engineer, probably the top expert when it comes to RV and electricity, who I asked to explain it all to me because I'm not an engineer. But I think it is a game-changing device that allows you in the summertime to run your AC. Now, we aren't plugged in here. I would have to turn on the generator right now to turn on our AC, which we may do because it's getting warm, isn't it?
It's getting very warm.
Or leave this and go out and hook up to electricity. Then I could run that thing. But if I had that soft spot, I could run it by just turning it on.
You go out there, I'm not sure I'll ever see you again.
The mosquitoes are I don't think they're going to carry me away. Anyway, that is a really cool product. Somebody asked us about it last week, and it turned out earlier in the week, I got a call from a friend of mine, Chuck Woodbury. Many of you know Chuck from RV Travel. Chuck's a longtime friend. He's going on and on about this product. And then, so I called the company. I talked to the guy who used to work for Dometic, and then I talked to an engineer, Mike Sokol, who I really trust his thing. He told me, so that's the first thing we're going to have installed on our new RV when we pick it up. I could probably do it myself, but you don't like me up there in the roof, right?
Right.
Anyway, read the post tomorrow, rvlifestyle.com. It'll be up first thing in the morning, and you can check it out. But I think for boondocking, mooch docking, what a cool deal that is. All right, back now to your questions. Wandering Latinos, they join us every week. Good to have you guys with us. Found a very small wet spot in my travel trailer. I think I stopped the leak, but still is wet behind the wallpaper. Any idea how to dry it? Well, watch it really carefully. You could try putting a fan on it and see how that goes. But if you know where the leak came from, and if it's not going to be a recurrent problem, you're going to be fine. But if that one spot is always getting wet, then you got an issue. So I don't know where your leak was, but make sure if it's just a temporary thing, put a fan on and it'll be fine. But if it's a recurring thing, if you got a hole in your roof or someplace where water's getting through, you want to get that fixed because you don't want that building up.
No.
Mold and mildew are not good things, and water in an RV kind of makes the wood soft, and it really gets to be a mess. Hi to Jim Bertrand up in Winnipeg, Canada. Not too far from our friends at Leisure Travel Band down the road there from you in Winkler, Alberta. Let's see. Harvard de Grace, Maryland. Ivan and Josie join us. Now let me look for your questions here because I end up spending way too much time saying hi to everybody who says hi because we love to see you all, but I missed the question. So let's kind of do that. That spiffy hat you've been wearing in your newer videos. Oh, it's up there. My that's my Tilly hat. My Tilly hat, and I've had that hat for a long time.
You
It's
got it at the
washable.
Tampa show, didn't you?
Bought it at the Tampa show the first year we went to the Tampa show. Yeah, I love that hat. That's my camping hat, and I forgot it on this trip, and I saw you brought it out.
I brought it because I thought you might.
Can you grab it? It's right up there, and I'll just show everybody that.
I got to get up. You got to let me up.
We have a link to it
Let me up,
in
baby.
one of our videos. Or no, we have a link on our blog. It's actually stored up there. So I was going to have you go get it.
Well, I don't want to be Vanna.
Okay, you don't want to be Vanna?
No.
Okay, she stopped.
Here, look. Oh, geez, my water spilled. Oh, boy.
Okay, no, that was a bad move. So this is my hat, my spiffy hat. This is the Tilly Airflow hat, and man, I love this hat. I think this is the one you mean, my spiffy hat.
You know, I'm going to get fired. Bo wanted to drink. I moved your suitcase so you get a drink, and there wasn't any water in the bowl. What kind of a pet owner is that?
I don't know. The Tilly hat, I have a link for it on, I don't know where, someplace on the blog. Up on the top, it's got gear and stuff, and you can find it. And but you can look it up, Tilly Airflow hat, and take a look at it. It's pretty cool. Have you ever towed a car with your LTV? No, we've never felt the need to do that. Now, we've thought a couple of times. Sometimes I like to really set up camp, particularly when we're boondocking. You know, I get it level and just the right spot. We have automatic levelers on this, which makes everything a dream. I'm going to try and get those on the Wonder. They can't put them in at the factory, but I'm looking around. I'm going to go right to Elkhart and the Equalizer Company if I can and see if we can get them installed there. But we have them on this one. In fact, that's the first thing when we park the car or park the RV. I put the levelers out, put the slide out, turn on the computer.
Emergency brake on? Emergency brake?
Emergency brakes on.
Good.
Yep. So we've never towed a car, and we just don't feel any need
Pulled
to.
a trailer.
We've thought about how nice it would be occasionally to just leave it all set up and take off. But you know about the only thing we do is we stick the awning out, and that's just a switch to put it back in. And when we're boondocking, we don't need much more than that. So we use this vehicle. We just unplug, bring the slide in, and pull up the levelers and travel around. It takes all of about 20 seconds, so maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I don't know. So there you go. Good evening, all. Jennifer, it's almost safe to come back to Michigan. You can get your hair appointment, and Bo can be groomed. We got him groomed down here in Florida.
I have had 3 hair appointments down here. It has not been a problem. And also, Bo has had 2 baths.
Yeah. And, it's just...
More water.
You know, I mean, I saw when I checked into the park, the girl at the booth there had a mask on, and you'll notice people with masks. About half the places you go into, the stores, the supermarkets have social distancing marks. You know, we all know those. Our supermarket that we go to at near Opos Island, the Publix market, has one-way aisles. But that's about it. Everything else is...
And then the people that come in from out of state, the vacationers, they don't pay any attention. You know?
Yeah, that's... So it's pretty normal down here. Really is. And I know Michigan is starting to open up a little bit more. I think the restaurants here are 50% capacity now, and that's pretty good.
And you don't even think about going to a restaurant down here because they were full when they were 100%.
Yeah, and they certainly are full now. We tried to go out the other night, and everything went to 3 of them. They were all full. John and Kathy, Lebanon, Ohio. What do you guys like doing the most? YouTube videos, podcast, or blogging? We love all your content. John, we ask ourselves that.
That's a fun question. I think the YouTube videos.
It seems
but yet
that
I
in
like
this
the
year.
blog too. I like the podcast.
Yeah.
The blog is your baby.
I probably would say over the past 9 years now that I've been doing this, the blog is my favorite. Because
you are a writer.
I like using photos, and I can embed my videos into the blog. Like the big story tomorrow, I couldn't do a video that would explain that soft start I will do one when we install it and all that, but I couldn't do a video that would do it justice. But I can write to it and I can put links into other things. And so that post that'll be on the blog tomorrow morning is a big help. So I like the blog and I like taking still photos and all that stuff. But I really do like doing videos. Like we just put a video up yesterday on Jonathan Dickinson State Park. It's not on most RVers' radar. It's downstate along the Atlantic by Jupiter. What an awesome state park that was. Go look at that video. It's right up here on YouTube. And then we always love the podcast. I started off in radio. I started my journalism career at the age of 12 with an illegal radio station in my hometown of Bay City, Michigan. It's Michigan. It's Bay City right there. And I mean, we really had, I mean, it was a full-fledged radio station. In the summer, when we were out in school, we programmed that thing like day and night. I could tell you lots of stories about that radio station, but I'm not going to do it on the air here. So if you ever see me around a campfire, I'll tell you some funny stories about it. But so I love radio, and we just like doing the podcast. We feel we can just talk. It's a lot more intimate. It's fun.
And it's fun to go back and look and say, wow, we saw that and that and that. I can't believe how many wonderful things we've seen.
Yeah. So, hey, we got a super chat from Shirley. Thank you, Shirley, for the super chat. $4.99. Woo. Sun Valley Campground is open in Chillicothe, Ohio. No restaurants until July because of COVID. I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, even when the restrooms aren't open, you've got one in your RV. You know, we prefer using our own bathroom in our own RV as we prefer using our own shower. Mm-hmm. Now, that wasn't true when we had a Class B.
Because I wouldn't let them, because you have to whip that shower curtain around. It gets all wet, and then you got to dry it down because I don't want mold.
It was, you know, they call it a wet shower in the Class B because they get wet. And, you know, it gets all over the toilet. You got to wipe it all out, and then it's damp. This has a dry shower, which is a dedicated shower with a door. And the thing that makes it so usable is that it has that instant hot water, that Truma AquaGrow hot water heater. And this is the first time we've had that in an RV. And that is just so nice. I mean, you turn it on and it's just the temperature you want. And so we can get lots of showers. So, and we'll use that tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday if we're staying here. So we'll kind of out. Phyllis, the new custom emojis YouTube gives us don't show up for you when you share the comments, but we see them here on YouTube itself. Okay, I don't see them either. I just see your normal ones for most of you. So I don't know. Yeah.
They don't show up for us.
Let's see. Hi from Michigan. How comfortable are the couches?
The couches are very comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, just
we're sitting on one now,
and it has ottomans.
Now the Murphy bed behind us has a mattress. That's a full-fledged, big, thick mattress. It's basically a king. And then the one in the back is comfortable as a couch, and we use it as a day bed. You know, take a nap on occasionally.
And this that we're using as a desk can also be an ottoman.
Yeah, this is what we keep the computer on. See that? That actually folds up. And it'll go down. This goes up and down, and that's an ottoman, or it's a desk that we use in the back, and we really like that. Or we use it in the front. Or we use it for this to rest the computer on, and it keeps going. What Jacksonville Park are you in, and did you get a walk-in? We're at Hanna Park. It's a county park, and no, we actually reserved it 2 days ago. I didn't know where to stay, and the folks at Mayo Clinic, where Jen's appointments are, said, try that one. That's the closest one to us. So now we have had, somebody suggested it a couple weeks ago, but I don't know. It's a fairly narrow spot, but it's very private. It's all controlled by jungle, it looks like. This really looks like jungle.
We are in the rainforest.
But Hanna Park, it's the first time we've ever been here, and it's pretty fun. All right, scrolling on down, some more questions. This is one from Brenda. Did you have any problems taking Bo to the Florida Everglades Flamingo National Park?
Well, he had to be on a leash.
Had to always be on a leash.
And we found someone to watch him when we went on the boat ride.
Yeah, we did. He couldn't go on the boat, but we did let him stay there. Somebody agreed to watch him. We gave him $20, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and he seemed to be very happy. But you could take him pretty much everywhere you wanted on a leash, except for hiking trails. You couldn't,
Yeah, I mean,
in the park.
a dog always cramps your style.
Always. Yeah, they do.
And
now, some people don't want to do anything, and that's cool.
But if you want to go ride a bike, if the two of us leave him, last time we left him, he barked his head off. And you know how they say don't leave your dog in the camper to bark? I don't know what he'll do the next time we leave him.
Look at him.
Because
Does he look like he's a troublemaker?
he wants to go with us.
He just, look at that boy. He's about as happy as can be now. But he does cramp your style, because we'd like to have some bikes and do some exploring. They rent them. We didn't bring our bikes, obviously, in this trip. We've explained that why we didn't before. We thought, hey, let's rent some, because this is a really big park. But,
and then I said, we'll have to take turns.
well, we'll see.
No, well, the barking boy.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe because nobody's around.
Have you ever tried a doggy cooling vest for Bo, especially when in hot, warm weather?
I never tried that. Now, I've seen the pads
We've had a
where
cooling
the dogs lay on the pad.
I don't think he would take to a vest very well.
I don't know if he would or not. Oh, and a lot of dogs like those beds that are suspended so the air can get underneath them.
Yeah. Those are all
I've
good.
thought about that.
You should look some of those up.
Yeah, because it's so hot.
Road trip buddy, when do you leave in Florida?
Probably in about a week.
About a week. Maybe a week from today or a week from Monday. We're going to finish up here in Jacksonville Tuesday, Wednesday, then go back to our condo, pack up all the stuff that we've had there for the last half a year or whatever, and then make our way to Michigan, and then we'll be home a few days. Then we pick up our new RV. We want to do a couple of shakedown cruises in it, and then back to Michigan, and then we'll probably stay the 4th. We'll probably stay the 4th of July around our Michigan home, and then the UP, all over Michigan. I don't know where we'll go.
Not quite sure where we're going to go. See what's open.
We got some stuff we want to do.
We have a lot that we want to do.
Down in Elkhart, the RV capital of the world. So we may head down there, and we've got lots to do. Will you miss the leveling jacks and the slide when you get your Wonder? I don't think I'll miss the slide, because we tried a Wonder, but that was on the old chassis.
Excuse me.
And the new chassis is a little different. It's a front area, and we have a separate back area with 2 twin beds in the one we have. I don't know if we'll miss the slide or not. We'll find out. But
it does give you a lot more room.
This is just so spacious. The slides, I know I'll miss those, and so I'm going to make that my pursuit to try and find
the levelers.
The automatic levelers. I'm sorry, the automatic levelers, and I really want to find somebody that'll install them. The problem is not many of the companies have seen the all-wheel drive version of the Ford Transit chassis, which is what our RV will be on. So it's not available yet. They haven't sent it to the manufacturers yet, but I'm going to do my best to find them, and I will install them. Once you have automatic levelers, it's just, particularly when you sleep with the Princess and the Pea.
I was just going to say, you're going to press forward to get this happening. You're going to be a trailblazer. You're going to get these levelers on here, then everybody else can get levelers.
That's right. I'm going to do it.
You're going to push it.
Yep. So that's our hope.
You're going to find someone.
Yep. I mean, I can't tell you how nice those levelers are. I mean, it feels stable. I mean, we're moving around.
And this is basically wanting life to be easy.
It is.
Not wanting to get those little blocks out there
I hate those
Lego
blocks.
Slow down, back up.
And then I'd always get up on one and I'd fall off. That's a pain. That's crazy. And you never could get them right. This thing is so nice. You set the emergency brake, you push the button, and they level. Yeah. And then a neat thing about the levelers too is when you empty your tanks, your gray tank and your black tank, you can come up to the dump station, the little drain, and you can just raise it up on one side so that it better drains out. So we like them. We really can. Are you going back to your condo or heading north? We're going to the condo and then north. And the condo is rented from like the 20th on, so we can't spend any more time there. And it was great.
And it's okay to move out because the vacation people are there. There's a difference between people who live there and people who vacation.
Sharon saw our video on Jonathan Dickinson State Park and says, thank you, Sharon. That was just such a delight. You know what's so fun about RVing? We just wanted a place to stay. We figured out because we were on our way to the Keys, and we went there, and it was just a delightful surprise. We really enjoyed that place and the history and the legends. And you look at the video; it's up here on the channel, and you'll see them. Did you ever visit the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum at Whitefish Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have.
And enjoyed it much.
We do, and we go there even in the winter. So we visited that in the winter a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, we do. That's a great spot. Let's see. Do you ever get tired or bored driving mile after mile through the plains of the U.S. seeing corn and more corn? I don't.
It's relaxing.
I find it, really relaxing. Sometimes you know what is fun is when you just pull over and take a nap someplace too.
We're fun people.
But
Let's take a nap.
You tell we're getting old when we tell you that's fun. It's fun to take a nap, but it is. There's something cozy about being in your own RV when you're driving. That sounds so
I would
corny.
appreciate it if Bo didn't. I think he wants me to know he wants something, so he's panting.
What does he want?
Probably to go out.
Yeah, see, Bo, he does for talking to somebody. He doesn't know who it is. This is what he does the whole time we're on the air.
Yeah, if he could sneak behind me, he'd have his nose on my arm.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bo, everybody says hello to you, so that's good. But we don't get tired, and we don't. We listen to podcasts. We listen to books on tape, music. But
watch movies. No, just joking. That was a test.
Yeah, we could. But most of the time, it's like a movie going past us out that windshield. I like driving. Really do like driving. Let's see. I'm looking for questions now.
It's starting to rain.
Yeah, it's raining again. Hey, we got another super chat. This is from $9.99 from Ivan and Josie. Thank you guys so much for that. We are learning so much from you guys. We talk about you guys like we've known you for a while. God bless you. Well, you do know us. I mean, you really do. Every now and then we meet people and they start saying, hey, they'll ask us something for, personal about our kids or our family or what we've done. And we'll kind of look at each other and say, how do they know that? And then we realize, because we tell you everything. But you guys are family. We do feel that. This whole lifestyle is just, it really is a big family. And it's so nice to be connected, even virtually like this, particularly now. This is a crazy time that we have all lived through this year. Could anybody see this coming a couple of years ago?
One of my friends posted something that, what was it? Did you see this 5 years ago?
Yeah, was this on your 5,
you know how companies always have 5 years from now?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Quarantine with a face mask. Yeah, nobody saw that coming or whatever, but just challenging times for our country, and I've spent the last 2 days, I just took myself off news. I wasn't watching news. I'm not watching all the crazy Facebook posts on my normal Facebook page. I just read our blog or our Facebook group. And I haven't read anything today or yesterday, and I'm in much better spirits because I took a little break from the news. It's been a tough time for this country, and RVing and being outside and in God's beautiful creation. This is, even in a rainy day like tonight, it's good. It's good.
I think every generation gets its challenges, because I started thinking about my parents, the Depression and World War II.
Oh,
they sure didn't have it easy.
No.
We've had it soft for quite a while.
We're getting ready to buy a new Unity Murphy bed. Just curious as to why you're flipping to a Wonder. I suppose I'll have to answer this twice a night, every night for the rest of the year. But as we've explained several times, we like to change RVs every year and a half. Because one, the technology changes. Now we're looking at, the big macro picture is the Sprinter, Mercedes-Benz Sprinter for smaller motorhomes has been kind of the de facto standard in recent years. And that's what we've had. That's all we've had is Mercedes-Benz, different manufacturers, but sprinters on the Mercedes-Benz chassis. Well, there's been difficulties now with Mercedes-Benz. All of their chassis got bought out by Amazon. New chassis are coming in very slow. And in the midst of that, two other chassis have now risen to the forefront as pretty much equal, or maybe even in the case of the Ford Transit, becoming more popular. The other one is the Dodge Ram ProMaster, which is for Class B vans. And that's just too small for us. So I'm not interested in one of those. We tested a Transit last year, and we're very impressed with the way it drove. It was a diesel Transit. But there were some design issues with the cab that we didn't like, and the chassis didn't have nearly the upgrades that the new 2019 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis had. Well, in 2020, the Ford Transit has updated its chassis, and I think it's probably actually ahead now of Sprinter. And as it becomes more and more popular, particularly the gas version of it, we've never driven a gas RV before, and the ability to have all-wheel drive, I mean, that's what we're really excited about with our boondocking habits. We figured we wanted to try it. So when we looked at all the specs, we ordered one in January. And I think a lot of you knew that because I was sort of talking it up. And it's now, it's done, and it ships from the factory next week. And we'll pick it up at our dealer in Holland, Michigan, midweek, or mid-month. And we're pretty excited about it. So that's why we did. Now, how long we'll stay in that, I don't know. But normally a year and a half, 2 years is the most we've ever kept in a motorhome. And once you start by buying used, and then you're able to turn them around, you do lose a little bit with depreciation and stuff. But we feel that to have experience with different chassis is really important to you. We buy our motorhomes, by the way. They're not given to us. At least the first few years we worked for, as many of you know, we worked doing the blog and all that stuff. And Road Trek was one of our sponsors, and they provided one. Many of the RV
because they didn't want us using a used one.
They didn't want us using a used one. We had an old one, which we really liked. That might have been our favorite one.
We loved that one.
But we decided,
and that had twin beds that you could make into a king.
That did.
But it had two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we loved it. We loved all the Road Treks, but we just feel it's better that we buy them ourselves, because then we can move on when we want, and that's what we're doing. So I know a lot, and I'm not bashing anybody else who takes one that's provided. I mean, that's a good deal. It's part of like advertising, and it sells a lot for the manufacturers, and it's good for the influencers. So that's always good. But so we bought ours, and we will buy the one that we're going to get in 10 days. I can't wait. Can't wait. So that's one of the big reasons we're going back to Michigan. When are you picking up the new RV? I think it's the 24th, 25th, right in that period of time. When will you get your Wonder? Everybody wants to know. I've been trying to get one, and I've been told it'll take a year. It might, because they're selling. We ordered ours as soon as we heard about the new 2020 chassis. So ours took about 6 months. And I think you can probably get one quicker than that. I know the Unity on the Mercedes-Benz chassis takes about a year. But they're going to sell a lot of these Wonders on that new chassis. So it might take you that long now. Stop telling people about Jonathan Dickinson's Our Secret Place. Well, okay, don't go there. No, it's like fishing holes. We probably shouldn't share all of our favorite fishing holes, but it's a really nice park. And I think a lot of people will be, Florida has so many great parks. And this one that we're at now, I think it's a big park, this Hanna Park. It's getting dark out there, so I can't tell you what it's like, but maybe we'll do a video if we get time this week on it. So glad to see you guys can travel again. Can't wait to see more videos. We've not left Brook. Brook. I don't know what Brook is. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's the name of their RV, I think. We have the Unity Murphy bed. The floor mats are carpet, and we're thinking of changing it. What kind of floor mats are you using in yours? I bought them from the Sprinter store, and are they WeatherGuard? I think they're WeatherGuard, aren't they?
We took our carpet out.
We took the carpet completely because it gets grungy.
It gets so dirty, and with Bo, We just took it right out.
I have a video. If you look up on, it's one of the first things we added to our. If you look on here on the channel, um, we added those, and they're rubber, really nice. They're made with. They got the Mercedes logo on them. We bought them from the Sprinter store. It's an online store, and I don't know. They're fairly expensive, but we took the carpeting out. We put those rubber floor mats on. That week we can pull those out and shake out the sand, and they're really nice to have. We really like them. Can you do an outdoor shoot? I'm not going out there right now, Haas. There's mosquitoes and it's raining out. It's raining and there's mosquitoes. So
I think I'm afraid to go out there.
yeah, I mean we are in the jungle. It looks like
I
here.
can't even see another RV.
Yeah. Debbie, when you're getting the twin beds, will you be using your super beds? You mean the super bags that we use, the RV super bag? Why don't you answer that? We just talked about that today.
We have a king size super bag and we have 2 twins, so we could use the twins if we want. But I talked to Mike, and if I can get a twin sheet that will fit the mattress, I don't know yet. I got to wait and see if it's a little smaller or exactly what size it is. If I can find a sheet or adapt a sheet so that it will fit. I think I'd like the idea of having a sheet and a top sheet. I get kind of sick of sleeping on zippers.
Yeah, on the super
when
bags.
it's real cold in winter, you cocoon in there and it's super great. But I think I'm going to try if I can get a fitted sheet for the bottom, and then the twin top sheet won't be any problem whatsoever. But we do have the sleeping bags in twin.
Yeah. Haas still's telling me we should do outdoor live chat. We do normally, Haas, but
Oh, I wouldn't do that tonight if you paid me $1 million.
yeah, Haas, you can't talk us
Bugs
into
are
it
out
tonight.
there.
Yeah, we do usually
Mosquitoes.
when we can. We often will do it from a picnic table. I think last time we camped.
And then we were 5 minutes late starting tonight.
Yeah, so there was no
time for that.
and it's
getting
because
dark
there's so
right
much
now.
trees. It's really dark.
It's
around
really
there.
dark out there.
We couldn't do it. Sitting in an ocean view room in Panama City Beach, Florida, watch the storm come in.
Ooh, weren't the waves gorgeous?
The waves today, I don't know.
I don't think we've ever seen such huge waves.
Let me see. I can't.
I'm a Lake Superior kind of girl.
I posted one on
our
I think on our Facebook group of the waves today. I've
Really
never seen the
pounded.
surf that high as it is today.
And we even came once when there was a hurricane.
Yeah, we came. Yeah, we have a video on that. We came down here. It's about.
But the waves, I think, were larger today. They were something else. They were pretty.
Yeah. So I'm looking for questions. There's a lot of you. I'd love to say hi to every one of them. What about Advanced RV installing the levelers? In the past, they did for a different Class B. Might be worth. Actually, I've talked to them, and Mike actually called me from Advanced RV a few months ago about a new system they had that he was telling me about. But that company got hit, like most suppliers. The COVID shut them down. And the last I talked to Mike a month or so ago, they didn't think they could do it because they don't have the measurements. But if I can't get them from the company that makes the equalizer leveling system in Elkhart, I'll call Mike and see what we can do there. Somebody can do it. Yeah, that's my job. I'll find one for you, and we'll see if we can get it put on ours. But yeah. We're good friends with Mike and Marcia from Advanced RV, and if we
they started their business, and we started doing what we do.
We both started at the same time,
and we met them at the Tampa RV show, and we hit it off as friends.
And we see them several times a year usually, and have a great time. My favorite story was last year on the way out to the big RV show in Salt Lake City, and we're in Utah, and there's one Class B van ahead of us, and I said, I wonder where that's from. And so I'm putting the pedal to the metal, and I got up there and I saw that it was an Advanced RV and it was from Ohio, and I knew it was Mike, so I just got right up and passed him and honked the horn. We were the only people on the road. Yep, we had a great time. But they're good. They're really good people, and we like them. Hey, another super chat. This one, $10. Wow, from Ignition 1991, Sanford, Michigan. Oh my gosh, what has befallen you guys? I'm so sorry. I used to work in Bay City, which is our hometown. When is the time you accidentally discovered a new place that became a favorite destination? Well, we just wrote a video about it. Put a video and a blog post. Go to rvlifestyle.com, and there's the blog post and the video just now on Jonathan Dickinson State Park here in Florida. We had no idea how nice that park was. It doesn't get a lot of attention, and a lot of people don't talk about it. And it is it's become a new favorite destination. So that's the most. I guess to answer the question, it happens all the time.
It really does.
We kind of fall in love with all these places that we go to, and that was a really nice one. And there are other little places around the country. We have a little boondocking spot on the right by the north rim of the Grand Canyon, like 2 or 3 miles from there, that we don't tell anybody about. But it's just a great spot. Except one year we got there and we woke up and there was somebody from Europe, and they had camped like 10 feet from us. This is a hole in the middle of a national forest. There's plenty of room, but they're used to. I think they didn't know. They wanted safety, but that's a favorite spot. Dead Horse Canyon State Park in Utah is another spectacular place that we had no idea how great that was. Quartzsite. We've put off Quartzsite for years, saying, it's too crowded, it's too crazy. Well, it is too crowded. Too crowded that 1 week of the year when they have the big RV show and the mineral show. But we went out the week after that this year and fell in love with it.
Best thing yet, not going when everybody else was there.
There was no one around us.
Because they still have shows. I mean, there's still some things to look at.
Oh, we had a lot to do. And there's a video. Look at our video on Quartzsite.
Why go when everybody's there?
We just put one up this year. So that was good. But back to Sanford, Michigan. You guys had the dam break, and Sanford Lake is gone. As best I saw some pictures the other day, and it's just drained. So sorry to hear that.
And Sanford Lake, we have fond memories of that because you were a disc jockey at a local radio station, and you used to play records, and dance.
Nobody knows what a disc jockey is, except people our age. Maybe do. Yeah. They think
dances,
DJ at like a disco, but these are yeah.
It was fun, open air dances.
If you're from Bay City, I used to work at WKNX right out of high school, really high school,
in
college.
High school, I thought.
Now out of high school. I worked
out of high school.
WWDC in high school.
The Bay City station in high school.
And I worked my way through college at WKNX, and that was at that time 1210, home of the Music Men, and that was the height of rock and roll music and top 40 music, and it was
great fun.
It was great fun.
What are you getting bugged? Somebody
tropical
bugging you?
storm warning in Okaloosa County, which we just left. So, Joe Woods is the question: if I get lithium batteries to replace old lead acid, will I need to replace any other equipment? Depends on what you got.
Probably will.
We did ours. We replaced our inverter and added a 2,000 watt inverter, and we also upped our solar, put an upgraded solar controller as well on ours. You'll want to have a way to monitor that, so you'll have to replace and put a different battery monitoring system in. The system we have with Battleborn batteries and Victron Electronics lets me actually monitor it all on my phone, on my cell phone through an app. Call the folks at Battleborn. Just go to rvlifestyle.com/lithium, and they'll tell you what. But the batteries themselves are just a wise thing to replace because they weigh half as much as lead acid. They last forever. Lead acids can only discharge down to about 50%. If you discharge them all the way down to nothing, throw them away. They're not good. Lithium batteries, you can discharge those guys right down to zero and do it repeatedly. So they're much more efficient. You can use them longer. They last much longer. They charge faster. There's just a million ways. That's why lithium is really the standard. If I get lithium batteries replaced, will I need to replace any other equipment? I'm sorry, I got that one. Okay, he's asking that about every 2 seconds. Enough of that question.
Can you run it without a solar system?
Oh, can I run lithium batteries without a solar system? Well, why would you? How are you going to charge them? Yes, you can. You can charge them just through your alternator, or if you have a generator, you can do it through that way. But solar, I have 400 watts of lithium up on the roof of this. I'll have them on our new RV. And I can run these lithiums down boondocking to, when I wake up in the morning, maybe 30%, 20%. And then by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the 400 watts of solar during the summertime have topped those batteries right up again. So solar is a really nice thing to have. But yes, you can run them, but you're not going to get nearly the use out of those lithium batteries as you would like without the solar. What about leg room on the Transit? The Ford's cut passenger size down. No room for my 6-foot legs.
We'll find
You
out.
have 6-foot legs? Makes you like 12 feet high? I'm about 5'10", and I was able to drive the old chassis. I'll let you know on this one, but I think it's even a little more.
I have
roomy.
super long legs, so I'll let you know.
You really do have long legs.
I know.
I like that.
Well, it's a good thing.
I do. The first thing I noticed about you. Yeah. Sorry, my previous message was cut off. We have been stuck in our house for months, and our car has been parked on streets since March. We can't wait to see more of your travel videos. Well, they're all waiting for you, so go check them all out. And I hope we can do one on this park, Canna Park. It depends on what it's like. If it's as nice as I think it is, we'll do our best. If you have anybody here from Jacksonville, if there's something we need to see and put in our video, email me, Mike@rvlifestyle.com. But it all depends on how efficient we are with Jennifer's medical checkups, and if we can get out of there early enough in the afternoon tomorrow and on Tuesday to shoot some video.
And how it works out with Bo getting doggy daycare.
When you were in Melbourne, did you ever stop at the New England Seafood Restaurant in Melbourne Beach, Florida? Best lobster rolls outside of Maine. I did not. We were on our way. Well, we ended up spending more time at Jonathan Dickinson. Otherwise, we probably would have, if we had seen that place, would have stopped. We usually look for local restaurants, but we wanted to get down to the Key West, so we didn't. And I do like lobster rolls. I just feel like I'm cheating on Maine when I eat them outside of Maine. And I like Maine lobster rolls, not Florida lobster, by the way. Researching RVs for retirement. What bothers you most about RVing? Big fan from Canada. What bothers us most about RVing? Traffic jams. I hate traffic jams. Can't stand traffic jams. Worst thing in the world is traffic jams. How about you? What do you think?
I was going to say you can't take everything that you own, but in a way that's good. You don't need everything with you. You have to,
Small
weed
house,
it out.
but you have a big yard,
Yeah, the traffic can make you pull your hair out.
All right. All right. Let's quickly run through some more quick questions. What about legroom for passenger? Boy, everybody, folks, when you ask a question once, please don't repeat it because
I can see that something.
Yeah, I know you want me to get to it, and I do my.
You
if you put question
fast.
like Linda did, I will always take it if I see that. But help me out with those if you can. Okay, here's a question way down in the middle. How to remove the millions of bug bodies on the RV? I've tried a couple products from Amazon. What was that?
Okay, for your windshield, for the dryer, those dryer sheets, use them in the dryer once or twice, and then they just work great for getting all the dead bugs
Don't
off
you have to
from your
wet them?
lights.
Do you wet them?
Yeah, a little,
Yeah,
but
get
you
them
don't
damp.
want one that hasn't been used because it's just too much soap.
Oh yeah.
But that'll work. That'll work real well.
All right. What's this? There's a question. I watched another video vlogger, and she had many problems of things breaking on her Unity. That's the only person that you'll find. That person. There's another side to that story, and
we're not going to go there.
I know you're talking about it.
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, I'm not going to go there. But there's another side to that story. So we've had none, zero. I mean, nothing. I have had no warranty issues at all. Oh, I take it back. I had a step that I had to replace, the power step, and that was because the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter dealer tried to. They opened the door and it was against something hard, and it burned out it fried the innards on it. But that was not the fault of the design. It was the fault of the Sprinter dealer.
And don't you find that the older you get, the more you realize that there are two sides to every story?
Yes.
And when you only hear one side, there are two sides to every story. And another line that I like is when something totally doesn't make sense, is to say it makes sense to that person.
Right. And, these things can break. Everybody might have a problem, but that's the only person I've ever heard say that they've had a lot of problems. And so I can tell you from our experience, everybody else who's had one of these is as delighted as we
They
are
love
that
them.
that we've talked to. And so I'll kind of go with the majority on all of that. Okay. Sorry, in the repeat questions, no
Oh,
problem.
that's not a problem.
I didn't know that.
That's our
Yeah,
problem.
that's my
'cause
problem.
Actually,
Yeah,
you're kind of distinctive, the yellow
yeah,
and blue.
I like
and,
your logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem with it. I take it and I should tell you because it's like if I
He's
really
doing
needed to
two
read it,
things
I'd
at
have to be
once.
this close to be able to watch it really
It's too
close.
far. I can't read it. It's too far
Yeah,
over. Even with
is.
my glasses on, I can't read that far over.
Would you guys ever stop the RV lifestyle?
Not
Yes,
until we have to.
we will though someday.
Yeah, someday.
When I'm like
When we get real
96,
gimpy.
maybe. I promise. I think by 96, I'll probably be just writing about it.
How old was that one gentleman that you interviewed up
Lauren
in Canada?
Lauren is still RVing alone. He was, I want to say 86, 88, something like that. There's a video. You're never too old to RV, and there's a video on
if
there.
you have your health and you have a desire,
If you have your health, you can do
and
it.
you have the means.
Yeah. Now I know a lot of RVers and of these influencers, as they call us now, um, are going off the road. I know in the last year of probably a dozen couples or individual RVers who have stopped or cut back drastically. Some who were full time are buying a house or renting a place. So things change, but I know a number of them who are completely giving it up. Now some of them get into this and they think that they can make a living doing it, and some people can. We're doing it, but it's hard work, and it's harder work now because you have to build that audience, and there's so many people are trying to do this, and so some folks who they just didn't have the resources to maybe stay 2, 3, 4, 5 years until you can build up enough of a following to make an income on it, and that's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. Others have found other ways to supplement their income as they travel, but I keep hearing people say, "Oh, I'm going to quit everything and go full time, and I'm going to blog, or I'm going to do this on the road." And it takes a while to figure it all out. Someday we'll stop. Health may probably as we get older. Our health. That's why we're taking good care of each other. And Jen's going to the Mayo Clinic for her checkups this week. It's important to do that, but we can't go more than a couple weeks without really wanting to go out and camp. What we did, we were putting a video together on Jonathan Dickinson, which was the last. We shot a whole bunch and had them in the can. That's why we've been able to keep releasing videos. And I said to her when we finished up, I said, "Well, that's the last that we had in the can." And she said, "Good, because I can't stand. We got to go someplace." So, and we come out into the RV. We use it. Sometimes we'll use it as our office during the day, and because we have to get a fix, it's our happy place, and we just want to keep going. So, as long as God gives us health and places to go, and it's okay, we're going to keep going. We love it. All right, last one. Seriously looking to upgrade Airstream Interset to leisure in rear lounge. You've got a really nice one with that Airstream Interstate. They're really nice. The leisure with the rear lounge does not have a slide. That's the Unity rear lounge that has a Murphy bed in the back that goes down. Check it out. They're all nice. So many of us have different things. How do you make a living on the road? Through advertising for our podcast, through
Writing books.
Writing books. That's probably our main source of income is writing books. We've got 10 of them now that we have written. From sometimes we'll get a paid appearance to come to an RV show. So there's lots of opportunities, and when you have a big audience, you can charge more for your advertising. But it takes a long time to build all that up, and it's I wish I had done this. I wish I'd started years before because
we're having fun.
Yeah, we really are. We're really having fun. All right, you guys have been
Thumbs
great.
Up before
thumbs
they
up.
go.
Oh yeah, please give us that thumbs up. Like Haas says, thanks for a great show. Give us a thumbs up. Last question, because it just came through when I saw yours, and that's just filed from Judy. I want to buy a leisure van, and I'm first timer to go on the road. What do you think about a new Wonder Ford 2021, or what do you have, or the Unity rear lounge? Gosh, if you've been following this, we just are buying, and we'll pick it up in a couple of weeks, the new Wonder on the Ford 2021. This is the Leisure FX. It does have a rear lounge, but it's not like the RL version.
You
They're all
have to
great.
figure
You
out
need to
what
figure out
you
what works for
want
you.
and what you need.
Because our
With
lounges are
this
different than
Wonder
yours.
that we're going to get, there's a lot of storage underneath. This, we have a lot of room in the interior. It's balances, storage.
And we
Walking
change around.
space.
We may sell this Wonder in a year and a half too. We may go to another model. But
It's fun.
It's
Having
fun.
different things.
As soon as you can kind of flip them, you do lose a little bit each time you do that, but you can flip them once we started off buying used, and that's what we urge everybody to do. But you got to figure out what works for you, because what works for us, and everybody is a
And
is a
we're
little different.
thinking with those twin beds
In the back.
on
the new one.
when we had the Wonder we borrowed for 2 weeks, Bo would go up in a twin bed, and I would put something on top of the bed, and he would sleep there and look out the window. Whereas now he's right in between us, fighting me from my chair. He's given up. Yeah,
he's down on the floor there. That's where he hangs out.
Food. He's passed out actually from weakness and hunger.
He's so hungry.
And I'm about ready to join him too if we don't start eating pretty soon.
What are we eating?
I've got that with the biscuit on top. You're going to be very happy.
I thought you had goulash.
Well, you're getting the biscuit stuff.
The chicken with biscuits?
Yes.
What is their name for that?
I don't know.
Now somebody's going to want to know.
I'm starting it. We gave them the recipe, a short time ago.
Okay.
Bo and I are going to mutiny.
Okay.
We don't get to go eat.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go hook up the water so we can shower in the morning before we get you so you can be not sneaky dirty, and then I'm going to write the newsletter. The newsletter comes out tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Make sure you guys subscribe to that. All the stuff we do on YouTube, our podcast, our newsletter, and the books, you can find links to that from our rvlifestyle.com travel blog. And be sure and check tomorrow morning for that description of that new soft start RV thing I was telling you about. That's going to be pretty cool. So thank you guys so much. I've lost my voice anyway. We're going to go out into the jungle, and I'm going to brave the mosquitoes and the swarms of mosquitoes. And we're gonna have dinner here and settled in for the night. Love you guys. Thanks for being patient with us a little bit as we were late. I don't have any of our fancy little closes, so I'm just gonna have to sign off by saying bye-bye.
And happy trails.